Evening folks, how yous all doing when you come for a blether? So I'd like to say thank you to all the subscribers, new and old, for getting me up over 500, so that's brilliant. Thank you very much for that. The Puma White Hunter knife has went into overdrive, the video for that, I'm up over 4,000 views, so thanks to everyone that's had a wee look at that. But don't have much of that stuff, so we're going to have a look at the car boot finds from the past couple of weekends. Now, this weekend I got one thing, and I got a belt buckle, my Geronimo belt buckle. It didn't look like this. Cleaned it up yesterday morning before the really warm weather kicked in, because it's been awfully hot here. So that was yesterday's find, but quite cool. I'm just going to stick that on the wall in here, and that'll be nice. Then last weekend I found a little 6-inch Gyrobone & Sons Birmingham, made in England, warranted correct, number 1625, tiny little torpedo level, 6 inches long. Bubbles are intact. Always look at the bubbles, because once I thought I bought a nice little spirit level, had nice scalloped brass and stuff on it, and I never looked at this wee plum bubble here, and it was burst. So make sure your bubbles are intact. But this is a nice one, and I've cleaned it up. Original trade label there. I think I cleaned a wee bit too much writing off it, but you live and learn. The brass shone up beautifully, and that is a nice wee find. Then I got these 3 chisels, which would be part of a much bigger set, and these are Miller's Falls chisels, and they're very hard to find Miller's Falls tools around here, so that's pretty cool to have those. And I have 1.25 inch, an inch, and a 3/8, and I've given these a wee clean up with some fine wire wool on the metal and some oil and some metal polish I used on the handles to get a wee glow going on them, and I think it's worked. Now these handles are permalloy, a bit like our Marples chisels here. Now that's the difference in size with a Marples chisel. My whole hand's on that, and these wee Miller's Falls are kind of dwarfed, but I think these were for a different use. So maybe some of the American subscribers can tell me if these are just meant for going in your bags. These bigger ones were for your bench or your box over here. But I know you guys really load up your bags in America, your tool belt. So is that why these were a bit shorter, so they weren't getting in your way? Be interested to find that out. So that's those. I'm just going to cover those up. So those are from the car boot sale a week past Sunday. And on the Saturday of that weekend, I was at the tool library, and I left with a few planes. So done a wee repair on this. It was missing that pin and the wee lever of the lever cap, so the Stanley counterpart has donated a lever to the lever cap, and that's a wee number 3 record. A lot heavier than a Stanley plane. The casting's a lot thicker, and that just needs a sharpen up and a wee clean, and it's a nice wee user for someone, and being a number 3, it is a nice wee smoother. This is a number 5 Bailey, made in England. No brass on this, so maybe a wartime plane, and it just needs a minimal clean up. It's got a good length of blade on it, so it's a nice number 5, a popular plane, the number 5. And then I looked under their bench and saw this rather grubby looking thing. I have cleaned it up a wee bit since then. We started working on it, and it's an old Bailey number 7. The tote's got a chip off it, but we can plane that down and add in another wee bit and shape it up. So that's very cool, because I found the number 6 a few weeks ago, so I'm very pleased to have the 6 and the 7 now moving in the right direction, because I never had the big ones. I had 5.5 and I think I've got 5.25 there. So a few more planes, some Miller's Falls chisels, and a wee level, and the Geronimo belt buckle, and that's my finds from the car boot sale over the past couple of weeks. Hope you are all doing well, and again thank you for all the subscriptions and to all the new subscribers, and to anyone who spends time to comment or like, thanks for doing that, and we'll all catch up soon for more blethers.